Arrowhead Lodge was created to provide a safe place for man to fall apart. I say that all the time, and what that really means is this. Men in recovery need to have an atmosphere, an environment, and a setting where they feel comfortable and where they feel that they can trust and be secure enough that they can talk about things that they will never ever talk about to anyone else. Now, we've seen this time and again. Some of our clients have been to treatment 3 or 4 times, and what they tell us is they are not comfortable sitting in a group of predominantly younger adults, typically 18, 20, 21, 22 years old, and talking about childhood trauma or childhood sexual abuse or adult trauma, even combat trauma. They will not do it in those groups. They don't want to do it in those groups. They don't feel safe in those groups, and they don't feel safe in a residential setting with these younger adults. By limiting the age to 30 and older, we exclude that population so that the men who are here feel safe, and they do feel safe, and they do talk about those things because we see it every day. It's normal for us to see these older men talking about these very painful experiences that they have had as children, adolescents, adult, whatever. And they tell us that they talk about those things here at Arrowhead Lodge, and they've never talked about them in their life. To see an executive of a big corporation sit in a group of other men, and that group is no bigger than 9 men. That is the maximum amount in the group. And to see that man cry for the first time over perhaps a death that he hasn't really grieved. He was not allowed the opportunity to grieve, or to talk about in impassioned manner sexual abuse as a child or some other abuse as a child. To see the anger, to see the rage come out of this man that he suppressed for years and years and years, decades, to see it come out. It can be a very frightening thing, but we see it all the time, and this is what our staff are trained to do, to work with this level of deeply embedded psychological and emotional issues. So Arrowhead Lodge exists for that man. He's an alcoholic, he's a drug addict, one or the other or both. He has a co-occurring disorder, probably has some depression and some anxiety going on, could be a bipolar disorder, could be something else. And he's got something locked up inside of him that he's never talked about to anyone. And this is the first place, and it may be the only place that he's ever going to talk about that. And we provide that atmosphere where he can do it safely, have a professional with him to walk him through those emotions and come out on the other side. That's a powerful experience. And it happens here on a regular basis. And that's why Arrowhead Lodge exists. It exists for that one man, for that one individual, to find a place where he can release, let go, and move beyond. and find happiness and health and balance in his life.